currently flashing for you on your screens. We've got the first flash, and that's mighty disappointing. 290 crore rupees on the PAT versus the ET Now poll, which was penciling in a figure of about 365 crore rupees. So that optically looks like a big miss. We were expecting the EBITDA margins to come in also lower at 18.4% versus 21% that they clocked in the same quarter last year. The sales we're expecting an uptick of about 6% there. So I don't know whether or not they'll be able to deliver that. But just going prima facie by the first flash, the PAT is a big disappointment. 290 crore rupees versus the ET Now poll of 365. That is a big miss.
We're also waiting for the Lupin management to start speaking. That's Vinita Gupta. We'll cut across in a minute. But, you know, it's really all about those pharma majors this afternoon. Lots of factors at play for Cipla. The company could be hit by supply constraints, by lower EM sales as well. Some of the factors we're watching out for there. U.S. sales delta from increasing share in the Voltaren gel. That's another thing we'll watch out for. And lower sales in Yemen and Iran as well could have impacted Q3. That headline number is definitely not looking great. So sales number also now coming in, 3906. Again, that's below estimates. So the stock, however, is just about trading flat. Aisha, we're not seeing a big hit on the stock yet. So the market's either still waiting to assess those numbers or waiting to hear from the management.
No, we are actually. You know, you can see that stock drop, and I guess that will be reflected in the stock price action pretty soon. Okay, consolidated EBITDA comes in at roughly about 700 crore rupees, 765. So it's a miss there as well. And even the top line figure is a miss at 3,900 crore rupees versus the ET Now poll of 4,150. So the verdict for Cipla is it's a big miss on all counts, and especially the PAT front as well as the top line actually. The company was to get a hit from the supply constraint and lower emerging market sales, so I guess that is what has dragged their profitability lower in the quarter. The US sales, we were expecting an uptick of about 4% on a sequential basis. Perhaps there's a miss there as well. I think Amey is with us, and we can take it across to him for a quick take. Amey, this seems like a big miss for Cipla on all parameters.
Yeah, but I believe Cipla had also guided it would be substantially lower because of a few issues related to Yemen, then the API prices and the constraints they have in one of the plants.
Amit, what's the commentary you're sort of watching out for, whether it's institutional business, new product launches, what are you watching out for? Because the numbers across the board do seem to be below expectations, even though, as you're saying, they may have guided for it. What are you hoping to hear from the management?
So we are hoping to hear from them on the U.S. business front, because they had guided that the quarter 4 they would be able to exit at around $125 million quarterly run rate, whether they would be able to achieve that, because the US would be the key driver for the profitability improvement going ahead.
Okay, Amey, great to have you on the show. You wouldn't downgrade the stock, would you, Amey?
No. So post the quarter 2 numbers, we had upgraded the stock because the stock had fallen around 20%. So I believe now things are priced in, so we had upgraded the stock to buy.
Okay, Amey, we'll leave it at that. That's the word coming in on Cipla, but the Lupin management as well is addressing